Hey, Deb, you have some real nerve. Do you know that? I mean, really, just what kind of game are you trying to play here? I want to know why you're hanging out with my fiancé so much. Just what are you getting at? Wait, what? What is all this about? Who even are you and how did you get my number? Wait a second, I recognize the name now. Isn't this Lindsay? We used to work together, right? I remember now, I used to be your supervisor. That's right. I'm glad you deem me worthy enough to remember. But what I want to know is just what do you think you're doing hanging around with my boyfriend all the time? Your boyfriend? I don't even know who that is. Oh, don't you play dumb with me. You're not fooling anyone at all, you know. Just come out and admit it. You've been stalking my boyfriend for a long time now, and I know it. You think that I'm stalking someone? I literally don't even know the person who I would be stalking. This is just ridiculous. What's ridiculous is the fact that you're almost 50 years old now, right? So what I want to know is why an old hag like you is hanging around with a young man in his 20s. Don't you see how wrong that is for you to do that? Look, Lindsay, I can promise you that I'm not stalking anyone at all, okay? You're lying to me and I know it. I've seen you do it myself so many times. I know that you're stalking my boyfriend and it is seriously starting to piss me off, so just quit it. I still literally don't even know who you're talking about right now. I talk to and hang out with a lot of different people, so it's possible that your boyfriend is one of those people, but you still haven't even told me who that is. Tall guy, always wears a suit, broad shoulders. Does that ring enough bells for you? I work in an office where everyone wears suits, so no, if that's all you have to describe this person, then I still have no clue. Why don't you just tell me this person's name so we can stop playing this text version of Guess Who? You really think that I'm going to use my boyfriend's name in a conversation with his stalker? I wouldn't dream of it. Well, that's your choice, I suppose. But I just really think that this is the least effective way to go about doing this. I don't remember asking your opinion on that. Just make sure that you keep away from my boyfriend. Do you understand me? I literally don't understand you because first of all, I'm not stalking anyone, and second of all, I'm married. I literally have a husband and a son. I don't believe this. You're even worse than I thought. You mean to tell me that you have a loving family at home and you choose to go after my poor boyfriend? Although, I bet if I had to guess, my boyfriend would probably have to be around the same age as your son. Which makes all of this even worse. You're disgusting trying to go after someone your son's age. You're an old, washed-up cow, and you need to learn to stick to your own age bracket. Got it? I don't know how many times I'm going to have to tell you that there is no stalking going on before you believe me. Shut up! I am sick and tired of having this conversation. Just make sure that you never, ever go near my boyfriend. Ever again. David, I'm home.
Welcome back, Mom. I really missed you. I can't believe your work sent you on an overseas business trip for 6 whole months.
Thank you, son. It really is nice to be back. I can't believe that I was gone for so long either. You know, I was actually supposed to arrive yesterday, but the weather was just awful. And then there were technical problems with my plane, and it was just a disaster.
Well, I'm just glad that you're back today. After all, I'm getting married tomorrow, and I was worried that you weren't gonna make it when you told me you were pushing your arrival back.
I really am sorry for worrying you. I was pretty worried about missing it myself. More than that, though, I feel so bad that I haven't been able to meet your fiancé once. I know that you both started dating a while before I left, but we were always so busy, and then I left for my trip.
Well, don't worry. You two will have plenty of time to get to know each other from here on out, and you'll finally get to meet her at the wedding. I've told her all about you, so I think you should just rest up and get ready for tomorrow.
That's very sweet of you, David. And yes, I really should go get some rest and prepare for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for the big day.
Have a nice night, Mom.
You too, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. Okay, now you've really gone too far, Deb. Just what the heck do you think you're doing at my wedding right now, huh? I thought I told you to stay away from my boyfriend, so why are you here on my big day? Please don't tell me that the boyfriend you were telling me to stay away from back then is the same man that you're marrying now. Of course it is. David's my fiancé, and by the end of the day, he'll be my husband. But before that can happen, I needed to make sure that you left so you didn't ruin the whole thing. I know that you were up to something. And is that really your excuse for what you did to me? The moment you saw my face, you grabbed me by the collar and dragged me out of the venue and threw me on the lawn. Then, when I tried to get back in, you told the staff to make sure that I didn't step a foot inside. Just what are you trying to pull with that, huh? What do you mean, what am I planning? My plan is to keep an old cradle robber like you out of my wedding so that I can marry my fiancé in peace. Be that as it may, I'm only here to watch my son get married. Well, you must have gotten the wrong place, because the only wedding happening here today is ours. That's exactly what I mean. This is the wedding that I'm trying to attend. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have no idea what you're saying. Maybe you're already getting Alzheimer's, you old hag. Let me spell this out for you then. David is my son. I am David's mother. Get it now? Wait, what do you mean by that? Okay, let's make this even simpler. My last name is Fairbanks, right? David's last name is Fairbanks. Are you starting to put it together now? I don't know if you just never picked up on that, or just didn't bother to even ask to see a picture of your own fiancé's mother. And I'm also sorry that as his mother, I didn't make more of an effort to meet you. You're not making any sense at all right now, Deb. I mean, just how can David be your son? I guess the ages would make sense for you to be his mom, but just because you have the same last name doesn't mean you two are related. Besides, I remember that in the office you used to go by Baker. Right. Well, that was my maiden name. Your maiden name? Are you kidding me? I guess I'll explain all this to you too. When I first started working for the company where you later joined, I was unmarried, and all the paperwork there had me under my maiden name. Apparently, it would have been a lot of paperwork and a big hassle to edit everything in the system, so I just told my boss to not worry about it and keep using my maiden name for simplicity's sake. I think that if you ask around where you work for other women who started single and got married on the job, you'll see that this isn't uncommon. No, that can't be right. You're just making up excuses and trying to confuse me, aren't you? You really think that I'm going to be fooled by some perverted grandma like you so easily? Sounds to me like you just don't want to admit that I'm really David's mother. Of course I don't want to admit that, because it's simply not true. David told me that his mom manages her own company that deals with overseas trade. Basically, she's the total opposite of the sad, pathetic stalker that you are. She's actually done something with her life and owns her own company. She even went on a business trip for 6 months in another country. I doubt you've ever done anything like that in your life. And today is going to be the first day that I meet her. Well, you were mostly correct about everything that you just said. You mean like the part about you being a pathetic stalker? I'm well aware. Anyways, why don't you go ahead and tell David that his mother has gone home? Wait, what do you mean? Just tell him that you and I had a chance to meet and that I went home afterwards. I can't believe you're still trying to peddle this lie to me.
Hey, Mom, where are you? I've been waiting around since early this morning to see you. I really want you to come and meet Lindsay before everything starts.
Oh, we actually just met, dear. Didn't you hear from Lindsay?
What do you mean, so you're here already?
Well, about 20 minutes ago, I introduced myself, and she started screaming about how I was stalking you. Then she threw me out of the venue and prevented me from going back in. Just mention her old boss, Miss Baker. I'm sure she'll get the message.
Lindsay said that you were stalking me. I don't get it.
She did, and now I'm on my way to the emergency room.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, when she threw me out of your wedding, I tripped down some stairs and fell on my knee. It's starting to swell up a bit, so I think I need to get it checked out.
But I don't get it. Besides, didn't you come with Dad? Where is he?
Your dad was busy parking the car, and then apparently he forgot something and had to go back to the parking lot. It was all while he was away that this happened. But he's with me now and taking me to the hospital. Anyways, if you wouldn't mind telling Lindsay that I'm actually your mother, I think it would save us all a lot of time.
Right, got it.
This can't be happening. I don't believe it. You really were his mother this whole time. Why didn't you tell me before I did what I did? But I did tell you. I explained to you in great detail, actually. But you should have done more to make me understand. Well, I wanted to tell you in person, but before I could get a word out, you threw me down the steps. After that, I had no choice but to type it all out for you. Except you decided to ignore all of that and continue to treat me like a stalker. But that's only because I really did think you were lying. I mean, I thought that you were just some jealous old lady who quit because she knew she couldn't compete with me. But I had no idea that you left to start your own business and travel all over the world. Well, you basically took the words from my mouth. I only left that old job to start my own business. Me quitting didn't have anything to do with you, though. It didn't, at all? Although I do remember you quite clearly from those days, and it doesn't seem like you've changed one bit. Well, please come back to the wedding. It's okay now that I know you're really David's mom. I believe you now. I'm afraid I couldn't do that if I wanted to. I'm at the hospital right now because of what you did to my knee. So, you won't come back? David, please, you have to reconsider. I really am so sorry. I didn't do it to be mean. I just made a little mistake.
I just want to ask one thing, Lindsay. When you saw me walk up to you with my mom, did you really think that I was just having a casual chat with a woman who was stalking me? It's not like I haven't shown you any picture of my mom. Did you really just not realize that her and my so-called stalker were the same person?
I just don't remember, that's all.
You've got to be kidding me.
I really didn't know they were the same person.
Even if you didn't, you acted before you even bothered checking who my mom really was. You didn't even try to use your words or act like a responsible adult. And that's why I knew that I just couldn't marry you.
Please, we can still make this work.
Maybe you can, but I can't. I never want to hear from you again.
When I got to the hospital on the day of what was supposed to be my son's wedding, I was grateful that my doctor said my knee wasn't seriously injured. Apparently, Lindsay somehow heard that the injuries were quite light and tried to use that to get David to take her back. She told him that I was going to make a full recovery and that in the end there was no permanent damage, so there was no point in canceling the marriage. In response, David told her that he was going to send her my hospital bills as well as the cancellation fees for all their wedding plans. When she heard just how much that was going to be in total, she knew she couldn't pay it and begged even harder to put this all behind them. Of course, my son just ignored her, but Lindsay didn't give up and continued to follow David around, begging him to take her back. Finally, David felt like he had no choice but to go to the court and ask for a restraining order from his crazy stalker.
Oh, Emily, are you there? It's been a while since we last spoke, right? What's it been? At least 3 years or something like that, right?
3 years? Wait a second. Is this Sarah?
That's right. I got a new number and everything.
I see that. And here I thought you had just stopped messaging me. I also heard that you found a new job and even moved away. I was a bit worried when I wasn't hearing from you, actually.
Yeah, sorry about that. Life has just gotten so crazy and busy lately. But actually, the reason I'm messaging you is because I'm actually kind of looking for a husband right now.
You're looking for a husband? Are you thinking about getting married then?
That's right, I even quit my job recently.
Oh, I see. Well, does that mean you've moved back here then?
Pretty much, yeah. Although, of course, I won't be able to come back and live with my parents or anything like that. I might have forgotten to mention this to you, but about 3 years ago, I kind of stole my sister's my boyfriend, and it turned into this big affair, so it's kind of difficult for me to go back.
Oh yeah? I feel like I might have heard something about that.
But anyway, you're married now, right? I was so surprised when I heard about that.
Oh yes, I'm married now. But we didn't have a big wedding or anything like that. And since it had been so long since I'd last heard from you, I didn't send an invitation. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It had been forever since we last spoke, let alone met in person. But anyways, I heard that the name of the lucky guy is Adam, is that right?
That is right. But who did you hear that from?
Oh well, how should I put this? I know his name because he's my actually boyfriend.
Sorry, what? I'm not following.
Man, I was holding that in for so long. It feels so good to finally let it out. Do you want to try and guess where I am right now? Too late, I'm going to tell you. I'm in Hawaii.
You're in Hawaii right now?
That's right, I'm with Adam in Hawaii and we have been very intimate this trip.
Wait, hold on, seriously? What are you even talking about right now?
Aw, don't be upset. I really didn't mean to steal him away from you, first, honest. But then I heard that you were going to be marrying him, and that's really when it dawned on what a perfect husband Adam would be. And I guess curiosity got the better of me, and I kept pushing things until, well, we found out that we were made for each other. Now we're head over heels in love and always start off any date with one of us taking the other up to our bedroom. And now that we're in Hawaii, I'm almost ashamed to say that we've barely even found time to leave our hotel, if you know what I mean.
But, so, you're telling me that you and Adam are together in Hawaii right now?
That's why I'm telling you. We barely checked into our room and put our suitcases down before we were all over each other, ripping our clothes off. We almost didn't even close the door of our room. Not that I would mind if the world was watching. And before I knew it, we had fallen asleep, and by the time I woke up, I could barely walk at all.
Hey, Sarah, hold on just 1 second.
Yes, Emily? Is there a reason you're interrupting all of these important details I'm trying to tell you?
I don't even know what to say. I thought that you and I were friends. How could you talk so casually about just stealing your own friend's husband?
Well, it's really not my fault at all. I guess I'm just kind of a person who knows what they want and won't stop until they get it.
I see, but I mean, don't you think that's just a bit selfish?
What do you mean? I don't see how.
I'm sorry, I have something I need to do right now. We'll talk later, maybe.
Wait, what? Is that all that you have to say to me? I'm telling you about how I made love to your husband and you just ghost me? Are you even there? Emily, hello? Oh, Emily, guess who's back? Oh, right, I almost forgot. Even when we were kids, you always had trouble putting your feelings into words when you got upset. But I should have realized that the way you ran off yesterday was just your way of telling me how you felt. So to clear up my misconception, I think I'll tell you more about all that Adam and I have been doing together. We went to the beach to get a tan and play in the water, and I guess seeing me in a bikini proved to me just a bit too much for poor Adam. So we ended up going back up the hotel after a little bit, and we spent the rest of the night tangled up in sheets together. I don't know how I'm running on such little sleep. I would have been worried if I wasn't having so much fun.
Oh, Sarah, I was wondering when you were going to reach out to me again. Do you mind if I ask just when you think you're going to be coming back from your Hawaii trip?
What do you mean?
I just want to know when you think you're going to be coming back from your little vacation is all.
Oh, sure, I was going to be coming back Sunday night.
And you're sure it's still going to be that time, even with the time change and everything?
Yeah, it says on my return ticket that I arrive Sunday evening, so by the time I get my bags and get home, it should be around nighttime.
I see. So that means you only have 5 more days left of this excursion, yes? Let me know if anything changes in your schedule, okay?
What's going on? What's this all about?
Just let me know, okay?
Sure, I can do that, but I still don't understand what all this is about. Oh, Emily, are you there? Do you not love Adam or something like that? What am I missing here? I told you all about what I was doing with him. You haven't blown up or yelled or said anything crazy at all. Hello? Emily? Are you there? Come on, I know you're seeing this. Just answer me. If you don't answer me, that just means that I'll have to guess that you're thinking from your lack of replies. Oh, could it be that you're arranging to divorce Adam when we come back? I certainly hope that it's something along those lines. That would actually kind of be what I was hoping for this whole time. And since Adam is upper management for such a huge company, I'm sure he'll have no problem paying any kind of alimony or settlement for our affair. Since he loves me so much, I know that he'll have no issues doing that at all. Well, if that's even what you're doing, just keep at it. Looking forward to hearing the results when I get back. Emily, guess who's finally back home? I just landed and I'm in the airport right now. I was just curious. Have you moved out of the home that you had with Adam?
Oh, hey. Welcome home, I guess.
I'm only asking because Adam says that he wants to take me to the house, but he wanted to make sure that you weren't home. I mean, you did do all the divorce proceedings before we got here, right?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, our apartment is rented under my name.
Wait, what do you mean?
But I've already taken the liberty to packing up Adam's things and having them shipped somewhere else. I suppose you'll just have to go with him there. Is there a place you want to live?
Oh, really? Well, I didn't know about that. But if that's the case, then I suppose there's nothing to be done about. I'm sure that whatever you send them, it'll be an amazing place since Adam's. I'm not worried at all. Thanks for the update, Emily. Hey, Emily, just what the heck is going on here, huh? Why did you send Adam's stuff to my parents' house? And why were his bags addressed to my little sister? What are you trying to pull here?
I suppose it's just about time for you to figure out what I've been doing while you've been away.
What are you talking about?
Well, when you reached out, bragging about having stolen my husband, I was already thinking about divorcing him.
You were? But why?
Well, because Adam's a cheater, of course.
Well, he was only cheating on you with me.
No, I'm afraid he had another person he was cheating with as well.
What? He did? But I had no clue. Do you know who this person is?
I'm afraid that the other woman Adam was seeing was none other than your sister, Fiona.
Hold on, what?
That's right. Why do you think she agreed to take his bags when I needed to send them?
So then Adam and my little sister?
I actually hired a private investigator to look into Adam, and he found out all about this for me. Apparently, Adam and Fiona started seeing each other about a year ago.
They've been together that long already?
That's right, and apparently the two of them were planning to get married after I left Adam. But not long after I found out about their affair, you came to me announcing your own affair with my husband.
That can't be happening.
So basically, Adam was cheating on you with your own sister. Or I suppose it was the other way around, really. Either way, I'm including my signed divorce papers with Adam's things. And once you and your sister have paid for your affairs with my husband, I'll consider my hands washed of all of this.
Wait, hold on. You can't just drop a bombshell like this on me and walk away.
I think that you have more pressing matters to think about. Like, who's really going to pay for your legal fees? Are you sure Adam loves you enough to cover all of that?
I can't believe this is happening. You knew this whole time, didn't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know that Adam was fired from his job, didn't you?
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I knew about that. But he really only has himself to blame for getting himself fired.
So then it really is true. But what happened? I thought that Adam was a brilliant worker. He was supposed to be a track for a huge position within his company.
He was on track for big things at his company, yes. But then he let his ego get the better of him. He started using company resources to carry on with some of his affair. He would bring dates on business trips, drive them around in the company car, and use his business credit card to pay for his dates.
But wait, do you think that means that the money he used for us to Hawaii was...
I think he was fired before then. But if you want to know something, I think it was your sister that he was taking on all of those dates.
So then it's all Fiona's fault that Adam was fired?
I really don't think that you can just put this on Fiona.
Just tell me what's going on here. I want answers.
The answer is that you thought you could just steal someone's husband and not face any consequences.
And what's going on with that? What's wrong with seeing a man you're attracted to and wanting him? Make it make sense.
Okay, here's something for you. After I found out that Adam was seeing your sister, I told your parents, who kept a very close eye on Fiona. But when 3 weeks has passed and there was nothing from Adam, we knew something was up. What we think happened was that he mistook you for your sister and didn't think twice about what else was going on. Of course, this is all just conjecture, but you tell me if it rings true.
I didn't ask about any of that. I don't want to hear your half-baked theories.
It is just a theory, but do you really think that it's impossible that he might have mistaken you for your sister?
Shut up! I don't even want to think about that.
Well, anyways, I've said all I have to say to you. Anything more I have to pass on to you, you'll hear from my lawyer.
Your lawyer? What do you mean?
You'll find out soon enough.
Wait, Emily! No! You can't just leave me like this, please! I thought that we were friends. You have to help me out.
Oh, please. I've heard all about it from old classmates about how you were never my friend. You always only ever wanted to be close to me for things that you could get from me, ever since middle school. Well, if you thought that behavior was going to fly as an adult, you've got another thing coming. In the end, I sued Adam, Sarah, and Fiona for their various affairs. Meanwhile, it was a fiasco at Sarah's parents' house. Apparently, Fiona was pregnant with Adam's baby, and that's why they were going to be getting married. But when it came to light that Sarah had yet again slept with another of her sister's boyfriends, old wounds were ripped open, and I hear things turned bad quickly. In the end, there was to be no marriage of anyone to Adam, and instead he had to pay child support to Fiona. Afterwards, I heard that Sarah and Fiona's parents had had just about as much as they could take from their children and kicked them both out. Of course, Fiona is still allowed to come back if she needs help with her baby. But this is where my knowledge of what happened to them all ends. And I could not be more grateful for my ignorance. As for me, although it hurt being cheated on by the same man twice, I was grateful that we had no children and that the divorce process was handled very smoothly. For now, I'm concentrating on my career and don't feel like dating again. But at least next time I'll know what to look out for in an unfaithful man.